We're here with Alan Graves, CEO from DoNotAge.org. It's been too long, Alan.
It has. And yeah, thank you for your time, Marcel. I appreciate it.
These are really exciting times, so I'm as enthused as ever to talk to you. Maybe, frankly, maybe more enthused because there's so much stuff going on, a lot of positive stuff, but just a lot of stuff to discuss. And,
Yeah.
2 years ago, first of all, I just want to thank you for the work that you've done, that your company's done. It has transformed my life. I think it's pretty visible.
Yeah, it
I
is.
look at myself in these videos and I go, well, holy crap, the stuff works. But I
Yeah,
mean,
we
I
get a lot of
feel
that. We
great.
get a lot of that.
I feel great, but it doesn't bother me to look like myself again, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it. But I really have to thank you because it's been Do Not Age the whole time. And people ask me, why are you hammering on about Do Not Age? Why don't you talk about this? Is the company that got me here, and it's your efforts, it's your team, it's your supplements, and it continues to be life changing and life evolving. And I just can't thank you enough. And so I wanted to really take this opportunity before we get into the nuts and bolts of our discussion to do that, because I'm not sure when I've actually done that with you. But it's really been a lot. It's meant a lot to me. I mean, every word I say on this channel, and
It's very kind.
it's been an amazing ride.
Thank you, Marcel. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Obviously, we get to see a lot of aggregated data with improved NAD levels, improved biological age, but the individual human stories are always so much more powerful. And yeah, so that's very nice to hear. It makes me feel good inside. So thank you, Marcel.
I will just finish my own little story here up, because I'll be 59 next month, and in Germany, where that I live, if you turn 60 during that calendar year, or 50 or whatever, you can play the next age group in tennis. And I just can't wait for January to start playing 60-year-old.
Well, I was playing tennis this morning, actually. There you go.
Oh, good. Wow, we got to hit someday.
Yeah, I'm on Necker Island at the moment, and it's one of Richard's favorite sports. So
Awesome. Awesome. Well, share any insights on that if you want.
we both have a shared love of staying healthy and anti-aging, as it's often referred to as.
Richard Branson is who Alan's speaking of right now,
Mm.
and who you've gotten close to. And it's great that he's doing something. I look at a lot of these iconic people, and and I consider important people doing important work, and he's certainly one of that group. And I look at like an Elon Musk. I think, my God, the
Yeah.
guy needs NMN, because we want to keep him productive. I mean, some people may not, but that's another topic for another day. I got to see him keep creating, and making these breakthroughs and seeing what it's done for me. I mean, getting off a little bit off topic here, but it's great to see Richard doing. Is things working out well with his own efforts?
Yes, yeah, he's doing very well. He's extremely healthy, very active. Um, Probably can hike better than I can, and he's 75, so I'm 33.
There you go, guys. Some more pile on anecdotal proof.
Yes, there you go.
NMN and Do Not Age supplements really do have an impact on people's lives. You guys are launching a new website. I
Mhm.
can't lie, I've been really excited about this. And to give people, if they're not aware, the Do Not Age website, first of all, frankly, it was always great. People like to use it. People like to buy there. The only gripe sometimes I've seen has been the slowness sometimes. And I think that's just, you've got hundreds of thousands of customers, and that can bog down the speed sometimes, I think, with all that data. So you tell us about the new site.
Yeah, so very excited. We outgrew the old site, and there was a few months of frustration, as you mentioned, with where it would be slow to load and things like that. So we took the opportunity to make a new website, which is faster, way more responsive, easier to search, has updated information, has videos on every single product page, explaining things clearly, answering the most common questions. It allows members to store their test kit results as well, so they can track their results over time within the Do Not Age account.
Oh,
It's
cool.
just a it's just a far simpler and easier experience. Up and running now, 100% working, and yeah, ready to attack the end of 2023.
That's cool. So it's kind of interactive with
Yeah.
users more. Oh,
Mhm.
interesting. And of course, you're going to continue the health points.
Yep, that's right. So everybody's health points have been ported across. So you've still got your health points there. We're seeing more and more people now leave reviews because obviously as you know, we have hundreds of thousands of people that are very happy members of Do Not Age that have had these stories just like your own where their health turned around. And so what we've done is we've incentivized them with health points to leave a review. And so for everybody that leaves a review now, they get a ton of health points. Also, people were the way we grew was through word of mouth. So somebody would take the product, benefit from it, feel the benefits, and then tell their sister and their aunt and their uncle and everybody else. And then they would come in and also start to use the ingredients. And so we thought it would only be fair if the consumer now gets health points for every person that they introduce. And so people are now being rewarded for that as well.
So to summarize where things are at, because you mentioned this last time, and it was actually pretty successful for people. Obviously, you use the code the Pulse, and you save 10%. You subscribe, and then you save even more having a subscription and then a recur, and then you don't have to worry about having the supplements. They're always reordered for you, right?
Yes.
And then you get health points as well. So there
That's
are
right. Yeah.
ways for loyal customers who are buying regularly to do much better than just a guy going up there and placing a single order once in a while.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. It's only fair that we repay the loyalty of those members that support our important research.
Yeah, that's good to know. And I think that is probably what drives. I heard from one viewer, like last week, I think it was, or 2 weeks ago, that ordered one thing. I think it was the Pure Pet, and we'll ask you about that in a moment.
Mm.
And they got 3 products. They had so many health points. Like, I have 3 products free. I got 3 orders free with just getting my pet something. I look up there, the points are up there. I thought that was pretty cool. So,
Yeah,
that you can rack up some points if you're using the supplements regularly as well.
that's right. Yeah.
So that's a great, happy for the website. It is faster. I've gone up there a few times. It definitely moves quicker and pages load faster. So I hope that's the experience for everybody out there as well.
Yes.
From your vantage point, you've definitely got a unique vantage point with NMN, and that's what I talk mostly about. Obviously, that all these supplements are so important in the sense that but I personally, I approach a lot of them as food at this point, which is funny because I was a huge supplement skeptic early on. And now I'm just like, give me the supplements. But the one that still means the most to me, and that I feel immediately, and that I never want to go off of, and the one that I fought for quite a lot on this channel is NMN. Do you have any insights? Where do you see the status of NMN right now, a year after FDA's warning letters went out?
Well, I guess I'm a little bit smug because it's over a year since the whole debacle started, and exactly as I said, the supply of pure NMN from Do Not Age has not ceased, not had any issues, no price increase, and I'm saying the same thing now. I don't see that changing. So yeah, I made it my personal mission to ensure that people would still be able to access this important molecule, and thankfully have been successful in doing so. And obviously, many millions of people have benefited. So that's fantastic.
I've not heard of customers, having a problem ordering from you. And
Mhm.
you're right, with inflation, you've been able to somehow keep the prices stable. Usually they go down every year or two. That's kind of a shame, but that's understandable. I think based on the supply, keeping the supply going is like the most important priority right
Yeah.
now.
So
Yeah.
our costs have actually increased for NMN, but due to the economies of scale, because we now have so many more members, we've been able to keep the price as it is. We've not had to pass that. We've not had to pass that increase on. So if things stabilize in terms of inflation wise, then there's no reason why in a year's time we can't bring that NMN price down yet again, which obviously that's what we're known for. So
I love it. I love more people getting their hands on it, more better. It's
yeah,
just definitely something I've also been sensitive to with hearing from viewers because I, talk to them so much. And more people can try it. It's obviously even better. The human clinical trials, and I just want to speak to some of the chatter out there from a few other big channels who have kind of looked at the human clinical trials and read them as a way, uh, in a way of them being inconclusive. Uh, and you know, you and I chatted briefly about this topic, and I was kind of like, as you know, I have said many times in this channel, conclusive human clinical data is going to take decades. The lifespan of humans isn't short like a mouse. So to get this kinds of data, that's my read on it. But what's
Yeah.
your vantage point on human clinical trials of NMN and what you've seen?
I mean, there's not even a discussion around whether NMN raises NAD levels or not. That's a given. But I think if anybody is still unsure, they should take a look at our members list. Many hundreds of thousands of people around the world continue to order again and again and again. Why would they do that if they were not seeing these benefits? I would encourage people to listen to channels like this, where you talk about your experiences with it, and look at the difference in Marcel, but the Marcel from today versus the Marcel from 2 years ago, whenever it was. You could physically see the difference, as well as obviously your reported feedback as well. And remember, this is why we have our NAD test kits. So if you want to test your NAD levels and see whether this NMN works for you, go ahead. You can do that test for $230 now.
Yeah, to me it is, and I just wanted to hear from your perspective, because
Yeah.
I just kind of scratch my head. And listen, I'm all for human clinical trials. You're involved with so many clinical
Mhm.
trials.
Yeah.
This is something near and dear to your heart. So it's not nobody's scoffing at clinical data here. Um, it's
Yeah.
just, yeah,
That NMN not working is not a concern of mine at all. I have many concerns in the fight against age and aging, but NMN, whether NMN works or not, is certainly not one of them.